No, but I mean, because you know, when I watch your videos and they're very funny, I don't think you can, I don't think you can do what you're doing and be funny consistently on Twitter and in YouTube videos and not be intelligent.
Well,
I just don't.
how
I
come
don't
you're
think you should put
simping for
yourself
her
down this way.
intelligence and calling me a dummy, Sitch? I feel like, what's going on here?
I'll simp for you for a second, Shoe. Okay, let me simp for you.
Okay.
I don't want you to put yourself down. Don't let.
Okay, listen.
Don't let.
All right, first of all, like rewind. It's not simping when you're nice to your friends. Okay, I hate this.
No.
Everything
nice,
is simping.
Well, no, that's true. Being nice to a friend isn't simping. Being nice to any female alive is simping. Okay, that's the rule.
Wait, true. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want like the leftist community to gaslight you into being like, well, unless you've read all the literature that we've read, you're stupid.
They fucking do though.
Well,
like,
I know.
Unironically, it's just like, oh, I feel like such a fucking idiot, like compared to so many of these people. Like I don't know how to have a conversation with them.
I guess that community just sucks.
Yeah, like Mosh is like my close friend, and I love talking to him. But like, he's really fucking smarter than me, so it's just like, I feel like real fucking dumb when I talk to people. Like ContraPoints, it's like, but you guys, you're fucking idiots, and I love that. No. You know what I mean? Like you're more like you're not.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sitch is it's questionable, obviously. So do you consider yourself a comedian first? Because that's another question that I had. Vosh did a response to you that I saw, and also this response to you, and I like that makes a lot of sense to me. Like if you're more interested in telling a joke than saying something insightful, that says everything right there.
Yeah, well, like, yeah, I don't like calling myself a comedian. I feel like that's really cringe, but like, yeah, my commentary is like more humor focused than it is like fact based, and like I'm really like upfront with that too. Like even my videos, I'm like source, I made it up, you know, like just.
Would you do stand-up comedy? Because your videos are.
Holy shit.
How are your videos not?
Yeah, well,
I'm curious.
They have jump cuts though.
Yeah.
So you're saying
like live performance?
Yeah, you can't jump cut in real life. Like I don't know. I couldn't do stand-up comedy is a completely different style of humor.
Have you ever contemplated getting on stage and doing stand-up comedy?
Never.
How
Chris
do you do
Reagan
the jokes?
Does, and he's like really good at it.
How do you do your jokes in your videos? Do they just come out as you're talking, or do you write jokes out?
All of the ones people love and run with and quote are the ones I make up on the spot, but I do write some of them. But for some reason, the ones that I just like spit out randomly in one take or whatever always happen to be the ones that like catch on, like the really dumb, stupid shit.
This happens in stand-up comedy too, because a lot of times stand-up comedy guys will write a show but they will, improvise obviously in every single show. And some of the improvisations are so much funnier that they actually become incorporated into the show. So you pick up which ones are working and which ones aren't. But I'm curious because maybe you're just, I don't know if I mean, I think you're actually hilarious. So I think you're definitely going against the grain. I do think that women generally aren't as funny as men. So
that's unironically, yeah. But like when people think of that, they usually do think of stand-up comedy, and I can't think of a single funny female stand-up comedian. Like I really can't. I used to like Sarah Silverman like years and years and years ago. But for some reason, when people say women aren't funny, I think they automatically go to stand up because men tend to absolutely dominate that.
Yeah, I ran a comedy screenwriting lab for like 10 years, and we would get like 20 guys to every one female. So there's that metric, which I just point to because it's some observable metric. I went to a comedy show last night. I saw Jay Leno, and there was 2 female comedians, and one was so one just completely killed it, but most of them, then there was like 6 guys. So definitely outnumbered there.
Well, and I think that's interesting because I wouldn't be surprised if doing stand-up, like being the lone person on a stage dictating the behavior of an entire room, is probably a more aggressive job. And that's
true.
Thus men would be more attracted to something like that anyway, regardless of who's funnier or not.
Yeah, like there's a lot of women who are great at like sketch comedy and stuff, and that's completely different than stand-up. So maybe it is something to do with being more assertive or aggressive or whatever.
Right.
Would
I
you
mean,
be a
what-
cast member on Saturday Night Live? Would you, if someone offered you that gig, would you take
I
it?
would love to help fix Saturday Night Live.
You'd be a great writer for Saturday Night Live. They haven't been funny for fucking ever. They used to be so edgy. They used to be so funny. Now they're just completely bad.
Sad.
Yeah.
Now that Trump's gone, like their ratings are.
Yeah, right.
They don't know what to do anymore. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would you take a cast member gig, or you take a writing gig for sure?
Probably writing. I would hate to like do the cast thing.
Have you done any acting or
writing.
anything? I mean, the only reason I'm asking is because you make videos, so you're obviously going on camera, you're telling jokes to people.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you have anxiety about doing it in front of an audience, a live audience.
You can't see the you can't see the people.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could see a million people staring back at me, I would not do what I do. But I just see my webcam, so it's a lot easier to just be an idiot like in front of people.
It's weird because there's a difference here. Because when you do like a funny video and you upload it, you're really just flying blind because you don't know if it's going to hit or not. And the stand-up comedy, you get so much feedback from the people in the room. You know if it's working or not working. So it is an interesting trade-off.
You know, what was interesting is like I usually just upload a video and I fucking hate watching my videos, so I never watch them. But I watched do you guys watch your own streams? Like I can't stand watching my own
I did for a while, and I haven't for so long that I am in that it's just too cringy for me to even persist now.
I can't stand listening to us go on and on.
But I did watch a few streamers react to the last video I uploaded, my Hell World 4 video, and it was like so motivating and so cute, and I loved it. Like seeing them actually seeing people actually laugh at my jokes was like a huge motivation because you don't really see.
That's the hook.
Anything
that's how stand-up comedy is addictive right there. You get in the room and you're like, everyone's laughing at me.
Oh God, no.
You just keep saying no.
Then you bomb. Okay, like I could.
Shoo, I found your calling, Shoo.
Okay.
The eternal.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Shoo.
I could watch an ISIS beheading video. I cannot watch someone bomb stand-up comedy.
Oh my God.
Please clap.
It's the worst. It is the worst.
Right.
When you go to a comedy club and they bomb, you want to shrink in your seat. You're like, oh.
I just want to run up stage and like hug them and like it's okay. Like, oh my God, the secondhand cringe is like way too much.
You just yell out. Not everyone can be funny.
That's even worse.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my God.
I know, it's totally worse. Well, you would get a laugh and they wouldn't even get a laugh.
Exactly.
I'm one of those people, one of those terrible people who laughs when someone isn't funny because I just feel bad if you don't laugh. So if someone tries to make a joke and it doesn't land or whatever, I'll laugh because like
there you go.
It's the nice, polite thing to do. Like, I don't know. So when I see people,
the paradigm of morality,
bombing, it just kills me.
She was the virgin Jesus of comedy. I will laugh at your jokes even if they're not funny.
I will laugh at your shitty jokes. Exactly. I just feel so bad.
If you were in the Joker movie, he never would have gone crazy because you would have laughed at his terrible jokes.
Sitch, would you do a stand-up comedy bit? Would you go out on stage?
No, I mean,
you couldn't do it.
I would like to. I'm too introverted to do that. I think that.
Well,
I mean,
you can't do it if you're categorically saying no. You can't do it. Like obviously, nobody wants to. This is not something people jump at doing. You've got to fight through like the first.
There's lots of. Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know about that.
You know, I'm
horribly.
Wait a minute. I'm horribly antisocial and introverted, and you're over here like this super, gabber extrovert who can talk endlessly to anyone about anything. And you're like, I don't understand why you guys don't understand.
Well, but listen,
don't want to go out there and stage with stand up.
Exactly.
Like, well,
we're like
I was forced into this position though. Like I've been in front of a room of like 40, 50 people and I had to give a talk. So I mean, I was forced into that position. I wasn't jumping at the chance. I was basically just put up to it. So
sure, but do you think that would you naturally
if
consider yourself
somebody
introverted or extroverted?
Listen, here's how it goes, Sitch.
Well,
if somebody
that's
abducted, naturally, I would consider myself extroverted. Yeah, probably extroverted.
Well, see, because that's the thing. Do you gain energy from interacting with other people, or do you lose energy from interacting with people? Generally?
But you could have an inner extrovert and not know it. You could be.
I think you know.
Could be that
I
same
think people
person.
know.
No, listen. Here, a scenario for you. So let's say someone abducts your mom and dad, and they said, "Listen, we're going to kill your mom and dad if you don't do a stand-up routine at the comedy club this Sunday night. Show up."
Yeah, okay.
You're going to be forced to do it, right? You're going to go up there. You're going to give your best comedy routine. They could even say, "Listen, we're going to torture them if no one laughs." so you're basically forced to do it, right? You could go up there and discover, oh my God, I love this, and become a comedian for the rest of your life. But you never would have got past the butterflies unless someone abducted your mom and dad.
Yeah,
you don't know.
I agree with you
that
completely.
inside
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm sure there are stand-up comedians who do consider themselves introverted, who are good at stand-up, but like if you try to have a one-on-one interaction with them, it's like, what the fuck? I'm talking to like a wall here.
Chris Reagan, I was just talking about, he's like super introverted and he does stand up and he does it well. I guess you just like get into a zone and you just become like a character or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Was he jumping at the chance to do it his first time, or do you know his first time story? Was he terrified?
I don't know, actually. I have to talk to him about it.
I imagine it goes something like, I was terrified. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Please, I have to get past this. Yeah.
But like the introvert and extrovert thing is interesting because like I consider myself an introvert completely because like I'll go from no social interaction for like, I'm not even joking, a year. And then like, for example, when like VidCon 2018, going 0 to 100 was, I had to like take a break from socialization for like months after that. Like that's the energy like completely drained for me. Like 3 days of meeting hundreds of people like kicked my ass. So yeah, so I don't know, but sometimes I do crave like socialization, so maybe I'm like a amnivert.
How did you did you pretend to be like an extrovert at the VidCon situation? What did you do? Were you just like acting, or were you just suppressing your introverted tendencies?
Fans will come over to me. Yeah, like fans will come up to me like shaking, and I'd be shaking too. So I have to be like,
I'm shaking worse than you.
I'm nervous too.
They just want to know which team everybody's on. Yeah, for sure. They don't like it when it's like unclear.
Yeah, that's another thing that we have in common with you, Shoe, because we don't want to be on a fucking team.
Amen, brother.
We're rebels.
What are we, some kind of suicide squad?
Good night, everybody. Da, 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 da.